It's a brand new day, a brand new episode of Yogavaidhyam's podcast. And this is Abhinaya back again. Dear listener, I hope you're gaining new perspectives about yoga in every stage of life since getting on board the Yogavaidhyam Express. We started at the very beginning, at the fetal stage during pregnancy, talked about toddlerhood, and today we'll be discussing the next stage of life, childhood. In a broad sense, childhood can refer to a lot of different age bands. But in this case, we are considering the age group between 6 and 12. For the uninitiated, Yoga Vaidyam was started by Madam Srividya in 2020 with the view of bringing yoga therapy as a remedy for general fitness and wellness. She has expertise in handling yoga for children as she has taught yoga in an international school and a private school for 4 years. I'm very eager to hear her perspectives on the topic at hand. Welcome, Madam Srividya. What are your thoughts on childhood as a phase of life?
Childhood is the age between 6 and 12. This is a great time with a carefree lifestyle without any responsibilities. The child learns the difference between home and the outside world. The child also understands the basic functioning of society in the name of school, office, hospital, and the market. This is also the age of questions. The child will keep on asking questions like how and why. If the child gets a response from parents and outside the home as well, it is a blessing. In the hectic and modern lifestyle, the voice and needs of the children are not at all heard, not even by the parents. Children are neither dolls meant for decorating nor machines to be filled with fuel. They are to be heard. Yes, they are to be responded to right away for the development of a sound emotional quotient. At this stage, children speak a lot and like to play outdoor games with friends.
These are some pertinent thoughts indeed. In our very busy way of life, parents aren't able to spend enough time with their kids. But children are usually surrounded by a lot of other children, right? Be it in school, in the playground, or in any extracurricular activities that they may be involved in. Are there any specific games that contribute to a healthy childhood?
There are some traditional games like Seven Stones that will help in hand eye coordination for the children. Team games will make them understand the importance of being in a group and teamwork. Of course, they also need to build their body to become a healthy and wise person.
What type of yoga will help children of this age?
Vinyasa model of yoga practices will be easy for them to learn. Vinyasa is a technique used to teach two or more asanas as a combination so that it becomes a flow of asanas. This technique will be beneficial to teach children as they will continuously be involved in the yoga postures. A lot of jumping practices can be given. It improves their focus and enables them to improve their memory power. Yoga is the union of body, mind, and breath. But at this stage, only the coordination and synchronized movement of the body is to be prioritized. We cannot emphasize breathing at this stage, but all challenging yoga poses can be taught to improve their stability. Since the body is so tender and flexible at this stage, they can be taught almost all asanas.
So, the earlier we start doing yoga as children, the better it is in the long run, correct?
Yes, you are correct, Avinya. Children of this age need more balance in body and mind as well. They can be taught several balancing poses. For example, three poses named after Bhagirath, who brought Ganges to the earth by doing penance with one leg. There is a saying called Bhagirath Prayatnam. Yatnam means effort. Any special efforts resulting in good result is recognized by this word. Children will be motivated on listening to these stories. To maintain focus during the practice, chants can be introduced in various combinations. Chants bring their total attention. Sun salutations are apt at this stage. Bending, arching, and all sequential poses are included in this and a kind of devotion towards the sun. The Pratyaksha Devam can be taught and At the same time, how important it is to get exposed to get vitamin D provided by sun rays. Back arch asanas are given to keep the child fit and energetic. Strengthening of the body constitution is done by doing standing asanas. Teaching asanas of animal poses like crane, butterfly, camel, cat, and cow will be fun for these children. We can relate suitable stories along with them while introducing the asana.
You have mentioned a lot of ways to engage and train children through yoga. Thank you for sharing this, Madam Srividya. I know yoga is necessary for a healthy body and a calm mind, but is there any other positive side effect? Could it perhaps bring a change in the child's mindset or way of thinking?
Yes, to some extent. Many households are having a single child. Being single, they are pampered a lot by the parents. They are deprived of the possibility of give and take at the young age. They are flooded with gifts and goodies. All these are a tip of an iceberg. If they do not get what they want, they start throwing tantrums. Parents yield to their demand if there is no issue of financial constraint. The mindset formed like this does not support the child when they are in need of emotional stability. They tend to exhibit violent behavior due to inability of accepting the facts. Yoga can bring this acceptance in them. Clarity of mind will be inculcated at the very young age if the child is disciplined in the line of yoga.
That makes a lot of sense. Actually, due to the fact that parents are unable to spend enough time with their children, there are several consequences. There are many cases of child abuse and the resulting depression in children. Children also get obese and develop physiological issues by eating outside food regularly. Is there anything that can be done about it?
Today's children are vulnerable to abuse in spite of having so many sophistications. Parents become busy with their work and become satisfied by providing the child with whatever is demanded. Paucity of time for them does not allow them to spend quality time with the children. The exchange of emotions between child and parent does not happen in many households. Unfortunately, they are behind the veil of leading a satisfactory life. Children who do not have this bonding with the parents become vulnerable to child abuse. Irrespective of gender, they are abused. I would like to use this opportunity to voice this very important problem. It is important for the parents to have a good bonding with the children, whether or not they provide them with all essentials. The child should have the feeling of comfort to exchange any type of challenges faced with the parents. This transparency between child and the parent is a must. Talking about the other part of the issue, due to the prevalence of hybrid food like genetically modified vegetables, obesity, and lots of anomalies at the physiological level tends to happen in today's times. These kinds of health issues can be addressed through yoga therapy. We will have to consider the specific health issue at hand and design suitable course plans for the child.
Does this mean to deal with the health issue, the child should attend a yoga class daily?
If we are talking about yoga therapy, then the child need not attend a class every day. I normally teach the entire course plan over 5 1 hour sessions. Once the child learns the entire practice, he or she can practice at home by themselves. I strongly believe that one should have self discipline. Everyday classes are only needed for motivation to keep going daily. If a person can do the practice on their own every day, that is the best way, and I would really appreciate that person.
Well put, Madam Srividya. I thank you once again for sharing your experience and expertise about yoga for children. You've given our listeners a lot of useful information about how to ensure that their child is physically and mentally healthy. Now, we've reached the end of episode 3 of Yogavaidhyam Express. Can you guess what age group we will be covering next? This phase is usually a challenging time for parents, or so I've been told. But I think it's equally challenging for the children themselves. Yes, I'm talking about the much formidable adolescence and young adulthood, one of the most crucial phases of our lives. Stay tuned because I will be back very soon and this time with a new guest. Until then, take care and bye.